Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's the Kitty G, and I'm back again with another video. Yes, you guys can hear me loud and clear, and we're here, and what we're going to be talking about today, guys. What we're going to be talking about today, there's some stuff that we need to talk about. We need to get off our chest, ladies and gentlemen. There's a bunch of things that we need to get through, but just some of the things that we're going to get through today. We're going to be talking about Houssem Aouar. There's some new news that comes with Houssem Aouar, and if that possible transfer could still happen. Also, Mikel Arteta and Edu are actually working on 6 transfers already. Are those incomings or outgoings? We don't know yet. I'll get to those near the end. And also, we're going to be talking about Alexandre Lacazette's possible replacement, now headed to Leicester. Wow. Leicester just scooping up all the top talents that we're trying to get. And he could go for 15 million, actually. Brendan Rodgers used to coach him, so it's not a shock that he's going to go after him, in addition to a possible Virgil van Dijk type signing coming to Arsenal. But you know what? We have to battle with Manchester United to get that signing through the door. Will we be able to get that battle? Will we be able to win that fight over Manchester United? Since Manchester United are also in for that center back, we have tried to go after his partner, Upamecano, but guess what? Bayern Munich came in for him. So it's like, hey, what are you going to do when Bayern Munich come in for your player? And also, we're going to talk about a little bit more about some of these other players. We do have a current Arsenal ace who's on loan that could be sold for about 25 million this summer. Yes, and Mikel Arteta has even said Matteo Guendouzi will no longer play for this club. He took it that far. Let's get into everything. We'll get into all the transfer news. We'll get into everything. We'll talk about all the stories right now, and let's start from the beginning. And anyways, big up to everybody in the chat. If you guys are in the chat right now, smash a like on the video. And you know what? Tell me what you guys think about some of these stories, right? Tell me what you guys think about some of these stories. But we can only start one place and one place only. The story that took over the whole summer transfer, all the summer transfer news, everything that had to do with the summer transfer news was about this player, Houssem Aouar. And you know what they're saying? They're talking about Houssem Aouar, and they're saying that it could be a situation where Arsenal could still be able to get the player in. I highly doubt it, but they still say that we do have an outside chance of getting the player in. There's a likelihood that we could still possibly find a way to get Houssem Aouar through the door. It would take a lot of work. It would take a lot of work. So the transfer situation with Houssem Aouar, I'll get into it. I'll pop up the story right now on the screen. No, he is not one of those players that we've been looking at, but it could be one of the midfielders that we're looking at. Basically, what they're saying is, out of this Italian report, they're saying that Juventus are after him, but Gunners are still interested in the Lyon midfielder. We have tried to sign him before, and we failed. The 22-year-old midfielder is still looked highly at by the Serie A giant Juventus. And Pirlo does see him as part of his midfield plans to boost his midfield. And now that Lyon are actually out of favor, not looking like they're going to do much this season, it could be a situation where he does end up leaving, especially with the fact that they don't have Champions League football this season, and they might not have it next season, depending on how their season goes. And Man City are also after him based on his performances that he had against Manchester City in the past. I'm not exactly sure if this Houssem Aouar deal is going to happen, but if it did happen, it would be around the price tag of 55 million to 45 million. I want to know what you guys think. Are you guys interested in Houssem Aouar? Is he one of those players that you guys are looking at as fans? Are you guys still thinking we should go after Houssem Aouar? Because you know what? Some people are over it. Some people are just over the whole Houssem Aouar transfer news. They're not interested in hearing about him anymore. I want to know where you guys stand. I want to know what you guys think about this whole Houssem Aouar thing, because I still think there's an outside chance that we could still look at him. I would still want Jack Grealish and other players like that before I look at a possible Houssem Aouar deal. I don't know about you. I'm not as sold on him as I used to be. I would prefer that we go in hard on another player such as a Jack Grealish, or even, if possible, Bissouma and Buendia. I'm not sure if that is still on the cards, or if it isn't even is possible. But let's hear what you guys got to say. Let's hear what you guys think in the chat right now. Let's hear what you guys say in the chat right now. So some of you guys in the chat, we got some people saying Wagwan, what's good, Doug? We got Callum in the head. How you doing? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. How you guys doing, people? I'm doing well, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Honestly, appreciate it. We got some people saying Egal got a trim. Yo, the barber's still not open in my area, so I had to cut my own hair. So it's not looking good. I'll tell you that much. He's probably gonna end up going to Man City. Yeah, maybe not. You never know. You never know. He could end up at Man City. He could end up staying in Lyon. Unlikely he'll stay at Lyon though. He'll most likely end up either at Man City, Juventus. It's highly unlikely he'll come to the Gunners. But you know what? I would gladly take him if he did. If he did choose to come to us, I would gladly take him. Right? Would you guys not? I don't think anyone would refuse to take a Houssamawa at this point. Right? What else do we say? Where does he fit? What position? He would be a midfielder playing either as part of a midfield three on the left-hand side, or he could just jump straight into an attacking midfielder role, playing on the left-hand side. And he could be possibly part of a double pivot, being one of the more attacking players in that double pivot. He could also play in the 10. So he can play in a plethora of positions. He's played all over that left-hand side as a left midfielder, as a part of a midfield three, as a left wing. He's played all over the pitch. So for us, I feel like he would play more of the Danny Ceballos / Granit Xhaka role. That's what I think he would do, right? That's what I think he would do. And yeah, if you guys want to jump on, the link is in the chat. If you guys want to jump on, give me your thoughts about these signings and everything. But we're going to get through all these transfer stories before we do anything else or add anybody else in. So next thing's next. What's the next story? The next story is apparently Edu and Mikel Arteta are working on 6 deals ahead of the summer transfer window. Yes, 6 deals. A whole 6 deals ahead of the summer transfer window. That, to me, is very foreign to us. When was the last time you heard of us getting 6 deals already through the door before a transfer window? Unheard of, really. Unheard of. But basically, they're saying that Mikel Arteta and Edu are working towards getting rid of Torreira, Lacazette, Matteo Guendouzi, and possibly Bellerin. And they're looking at bringing in a right back. They're looking at bringing in a Tariq Lamptey type signing. They're also looking at bringing in the possibility of bringing in a new striker to replace Lacazette. And they're also saying that we're going to be looking at bringing in another player on top of that. So, hey, there's a bunch of stories coming around. There's a bunch of stories going left, right, center. You guys tell me what you guys think in the chat. You guys tell me what you guys think about this story. I got my first 2 people on the line right now. We got HJ9 and we got Abdul in the house. Guys, what's going on?
How's it going, bro? You all right?
What's going on, man?
Man, I'm doing good. It's a good morning. Got some haters on Twitter, so that's funny. What are you gonna do? Anyways, keep it moving. Let's talk about Let's talk about this. Mikel Arteta said Mikel Arteta and Edu are basically planning 6 moves. Those 6 moves are a new striker, a right back, am I mistaken? A center back, and then the 3 people leaving are Torreira, Lacazette, and possibly Bellerin or Guendouzi.
I think it's too good to be true. It sounds too good to be true. You know what I mean? Maybe there's some sort of link in it. We're working on 1 or 2 things with agents to get players out the door, but the fact that we're working on 6 whole deals to try and bring in or out, it seems unrealistic for me right now in this stage of the season, because obviously we don't know where we're going to finish, you know, whether we'll get Champions League football, Europa League football, no Europe at all. So I think we just have to see how it goes for now, and then we'll see come around the summer, because it does look like we're in for Lamptey. We may even have a go at Grealish. We'll have to see what happens with that one. But I think we have the funds available, you know, in terms of selling players. Guendouzi 25, Torreira 25, Mavropanos 20. We players that could give us quite a bit of dough, and if we get rid of them, you know, we could raise funds for Basuma, even we're linked to as well.
Yeah. Anyways, we got a Manchester United fan here. If we're chasing after the next story is even funnier. If we're going to be battling with you guys for what's his name, Konate, and this link of us both battling for the next Virgil van Dijk in Konate, do you think it's even possible, or is Manchester United even heavily linked to him? Because I haven't seen too many stories.
For me, we are quite heavily linked to him, but my thing is with Konate, I don't really want him personally. He's quite injury prone, and also German defenders defenders coming from the German league. I'm very skeptical about that because I can't think of an example that's come to the Premier League and set the world alight. If he comes in, I'll back him. I'll see what he does, but it wouldn't be my first choice, me personally. For
Okay.
United, for us, I'm not really sure.
Okay, and then next we got Abdullah here. Abdullah, what's good? I know you're a Chelsea fan, so I'm gonna throw this at you. Do you feel like Arsenal still have the pulling power to get a top like talent such as Konate or Jack Grealish?
There's two ways to look at it in terms of you can either look at it from the perspective of you're joining Arsenal, which is, I banter Arsenal all the time, but you guys are one of the biggest clubs in the country. And, there's a way of looking at it from that perspective. So, I mean, Jack Grealish, I'm not sure because he's playing for Aston Villa right now. He's playing at a, relatively high level. They're playing quite well. They're becoming a good team of sorts and they're starting to challenge for Europe as well. I don't know, Lamptey, if he went to Arsenal, I'd be gutted because I loved Lamptey when he was at Chelsea. Remember that time we beat you 2-1 at the Emirates and he terrorized your defense. Oh, he was class. But yeah, Konate as well. You know what? Konate would be a good shot for Arsenal. Personally, I've always said he's a bit better than Upamecano. But, just as the United fans said as well, there's the Bundesliga tax on that.
My thing with Konate and Upamecano, when we beat Leipzig 5-0, those two, Rashford had them both on ice. So it's like when I watch them, I don't really watch Bundesliga, but when I watch them, it was a bit sticky. But I was watching the game with you, wasn't I, Gal? You did a watch along for the Champions League. Yeah. So they're good talents, but I'm very skeptical of both of them.
Okay, we got a question here. I'm gonna throw this over to you, HG90. First of all, I do rate Bissouma, but I think that we'd have a situation where if we did lose 2 players from our midfield to the African Cup of Nations, plus Aubameyang, possibly Pepe, that we would destroy our whole team. Losing all those players to African Cup of Nations, and that could happen to us. And you have to worry about those kind of things when signing a bunch of players from that would play for the African nation. Because if you lose your whole midfield basically in Partey and Bissouma in the middle of a season when you're challenging top 4, possibly even bigger things, that could hurt you in the long run.
I know, yeah, that's obviously something to look at. I'm not 100% sure when the African Cup of Nations are, but I think in that respect, it's a good point. But I still think Bissouma next to Partey would work very well because I think they would complement each other with the way they play. One could go forward, one stays back. They would complement each other. And I think you'd still work. I'd still go in for Bissouma. I think he's someone we need next to Partey. Maybe Grealish in front of him or Ødegaard, we sign him. So I would still go for Bissouma. On Konate, personally, not for me. He has quite a bit of an injury record, and again, Bundesliga tax.
Very error prone. Yeah.
Error prone as well. And I think we have Saliba. Why don't we give Saliba a try instead of
Saliba? Saliba, what a guy, man. That's my guy, man.
Tom, the link is in the chat if you want to jump on. So I hear that. Today, no Arteta talks, people. Let's just talk about the actual transfers. I know we could get stuck on that Arteta topic forever. Now, moving on to the next story. This story here, it's harsh, but you know what? I like it. Basically, it's saying Arsenal is going to sell the £25 million ace. Arsenal and Arteta have clearly told the player he's played his last game at the club. And if you guys don't know who this is, I'll show you on the screen right now. It's Matteo Guendouzi. Yeah, Matteo Guendouzi. Basically, Matteo Guendouzi has played his last game, and you know what? The midfielder is destined to exit the club after his recent situations. Although even his time here, he was decent. But you know what? Mixed feelings the fans had about him. Not a lot of people liked him. Some people hated him. Some people liked him. Some people thought he was overrated. Some people think he could be the next big thing that we could be missing out on. It depends where you stand on that pill. What do you guys think about Guendouzi?
With Guendouzi, I've never doubted his talent. It's his attitude for me that will bring him down. Like even his Hertha Berlin manager said, his attitude is like he's still going through puberty, bro. Like he's a talented footballer, but his attitude will be to his detriment if he doesn't change. You know what I'm trying to say? So
Yeah.
He's a good player, but I would agree with Arteta on this one. I wouldn't really want him to stay with the way he acts and the way he is, to be quite honest.
Wow. People saying I'd sell Guendouzi and at Basuma.
That's a
25 million
no-brainer.
is not going to get you Basuma. 25 million is not going to get you
Yeah.
Basuma.
Yeah,
Anyways,
you have
get back to Guendouzi, guys. Selling Guendouzi. Good thing, bad thing? What do you guys think?
Yeah, with Guendouzi, personally, I'd give him another year. I'd give him see how he does, because you have Thomas Partey next to him, who's experienced, very experienced. You know, he could help him. You know, he could help him. You know, try and be more disciplined. I think Partey could help him, and I think if we don't get Basuma, Guendouzi and Partey next to each other, it's something I'd be happy with, and I think I'd give him a go. Why not? You know, Partey would be next to him. And even if it doesn't work discipline-wise, next summer we could sell him for 40 million instead of 25 million. You get me? So I think it's what, you know, he's a young player. Let's give him one more year. We know the quality he has. As he says, yeah, he's a great talent, you know, but his attitude isn't great, like at Arsenal, like at, you know, half of Berlin. It's been even at his previous club, Lorient, it wasn't good. So I'll give him another season, because I think we could get more money next summer.
Wow, Basuma would release Partey to attack, to have more of an attacking role that could bring the best out of one another.
Yeah,
That's a good shout. But same thing, I'm not disputing the fact that Basuma's a baller. I'm just being cautious about the whole thing about having two midfielders who could end up playing big roles in the African Cup of Nations. But we're gonna talk about the next topic soon. This guy's jumping the gun. You see, he's jumping the gun.
He knows.
Yeah, continue, guys. What are you saying about Guendouzi?
Guendouzi, if I'm being perfectly honest, he's a good player, but I don't get like all this hype around him. Yeah, he works hard. He's a runner and that, but he was never really all that. And also the way he went and tried to diss Mopai after what happened, he just was a bit out of line. He didn't respect the manager. You know, to me, he's not got the right attitude to be a big club like Arsenal, because Arsenal, you know, they're a big club and they shouldn't be where they are. The original top four isn't forever will be Chelsea, Man United, Liverpool, Arsenal. And if we're ever going to get to that, Arsenal need to get that act together and to get rid of players like Guendouzi, get rid of players who don't have the right attitude. Even Kolasinac was like that. He was dead, but he also thought he was the best thing since sliced bread. And yeah, that's just part of the problem.
Kolasinac's coming back though, I swear, in the summer. He's coming back because
he's coming back.
Schalke getting relegated.
Schalke's getting relegated, but they might keep him.
They might,
because he's their captain.
That would be such a big fall from grace for him, man. That would be one of the biggest fall from grace stories I've ever seen in my entire life.
Why?
What, he's going from Arsenal, who are Schalke, still a big club, but Arsenal, a very big club, and then you're going to play in the second division of German football. So you're going from Europa League to the second division of German football in a season. That is disgraceful.
Yeah, no, Matteo Guendouzi is a headache. I don't know what the hell's going on with my computer. I've been trying to zoom in, but it's not letting me. All right, forget it. Anyways, guys, keep moving. Matteo Guendouzi story done. Now moving on to the Leicester story. So yeah, apparently Leicester are now in for Osman Edwards. It's so annoying because they could end up getting. This guy says Leicester got Edwards for 15 million. I'm so annoyed. Yeah, it looks like the Lacazette replacement, Osman Edwards, could be now headed to Leicester for 15 million. And it makes sense because his former coach, Brendan Rodgers, is now at Leicester. They bring Osman Edwards in for 15 million. They're taking advantage of Leicester's, they're taking advantage of Celtic's financial situation, which we should be. But hey, I don't know. What do you guys think? This is a miss for us, obviously, a big miss, a massive miss.
I said it on
I'll
Twitter.
be a bit.
No,
Okay, you
you
go.
I'll go then. I said it on Twitter today. I feel like there is other attainable targets there are other affordable and attainable targets out there for Arsenal. Yes, it is a miss. He's a very talented player, but there will be other players you can go and get. I don't think it's the end of the world that Arsenal didn't go and get Edward, but it is a bit of a miss. I agree with you there, but it's not the end of the world in my opinion.
Okay. Was that Tom that was gonna go or Hassan?
I was gonna go, yeah.
Go ahead.
I don't want Edward personally. I don't want Edward. I want there's a comment there in the chat saying the one I want, Ivan Toney from Brentford. He's had a good rise. He smashed it League One, smashed it Championship. I want Arsenal to take the punt on him. He's going to be more expensive, yes, but Edward, Leicester have always been in for him. We've always been in for him for a while. And the thing is with Edward, I don't think he's going to cut it in this league because he's playing in the second best team in Scotland. And let's be real here, if you're good in Scotland, you have to be top. You have to be number one. And he's not ripping it up in Scotland, Again, 15 million is a cheap price.
He is ripping it up in Scotland. I'll give him. He is doing pretty well. And it's just Celtic as a whole are poor.
I just don't feel he's going to cut it in this league. I just don't feel that. But that's just my opinion. And
You're harsh, bro.
15 million is a cheap price though. So maybe, people are looking at that, fans are looking at that saying, we missed a trick. But if he works out really well for Leicester, I'm sitting here looking stupid, aren't I? But we'll see how that one goes. But I think he's going to be under a manager, Brendan Rodgers. He knows him. He knows how to play him tactically, everything. And it'll work for him because they have a good midfield behind him as well in Maddison, Tielemans. So he's gonna be more chance of him being successful over there. But yeah, personally, Ivan Toney, even if it's gonna be more expensive, as the chat says here, Toney has like 34 goals and assists this season. He is ripping up Championship. I have a feeling I think he's gonna be good in the Premier League.
Okay, let's see what the people in the chat are saying. And big up to Military Gooner in the house also. So yeah, people really like your guy. He's Jamaican and English, right? Ivan Toney. Am I wrong?
Yeah. Nah, did you see that? Did you see that
Military
news?
Gooner's
A bunch of guys are going to play for the they're trying to attain Jamaican passports so they can play for Jamaica. Did you see? Yeah, look, yeah. I saw the news. It was like Max Aarons, Mason Holgate.
Gooner Express, if you want to come on also. The link is in the chat. So people are saying they want Ivan Toney. Okay, let me give you guys the options. You got Osman Edwards to replace Lacazette. That's one. He's gone to Leicester now. You have Ivan Toney, who's at Brentford. He's an option also. You have the man who's at Ollie Watkins at Aston Villa. You have Anderson. Is it Silva? Is it Anderson Silva?
Andre Silva.
That's four. And then fifth is Daka.
Patson Daka.
I'll take him as well.
If those are the five Lacazette choices, who are you guys taking in the chat?
There's one more.
Who?
Abdallah Sima from Slava Prague.
Oh, no, we're after him, man. We're getting him.
I've seen that.
Really good.
West Ham getting him.
Not good enough. Seema's not good enough.
Yeah, but all right, so that is
West Ham
Arsenal fan. Okay, so we as fans, we love the fancy name or the player that is shining in Europe, right? If we should roll back to last season, the beginning of last season, and we would have heard that Arsenal Football Club is going to purchase Ollie Watkins. How many fans would agree with that? So we have the option, Timo Werner.
You'd be too expensive, Watkins.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, we got the option, Timo Werner or Ollie Watkins. Who would Arsenal fans go for?
What, last season?
Timo Werner.
The beginning
they would have gone for
They'll go for the big name. They'll go for the big name.
We're going for the big name. We are going for it. That is us as fans. We love the big name. And remember that when we went for Martinelli for 7 million, right? 7 million euros, right? The fan base was saying we didn't make any proper purchases. We only get Guendouzi, a kid in the Brazilian division for 7 million. And look at it now. So what I want to evaluate is this: we need to stop associate price tag with player quality.
Mm-hmm.
We need to minus it. We need to divide it because there's a massive difference with quality versus the price tag. So, for example, we've seen what is happening at Chelsea, and we have seen a bit of resurgence, right? Stating that they are back on track. Really and truly, they're actually scraping. They're scraping. But anyways, I'm not going to go on that. I would definitely go for Ivan Toney because of the Jamaican heritage. But definitely, he has been killing it. That is the truth. He has been killing it. And one of the things, when I did my report on him, my scouting report on him, I realized that he has a variety of goals that he has scored. Now, Odesson Edward and Ivan Toney are actually the two highest quality out of the links we have so far, and it would boil down to which one of those we go for, Odyssey, Edward, or Ivan Toney. And personally, it would for personal reason, it would be Ivan Toney. But on a footballing aspect, Odyssey and Edward would actually offer us quite a bit more. If you guys want a bit more,
again, you have to look at the league as well. You have to look at the league they're playing in. I think Championship is more competitive than the Scottish League. I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, so can I ask you a question, right? Give me the 3 best left back in the league.
In this league?
In this league, in Premier League.
Andy Robertson, Kieran Tierney, and probably at the moment Luke Shaw.
Where is Robertson coming from?
Scotland.
Where's Kieran Tierney coming
Hull
from?
City.
Scotland.
Hull City.
Top 3 left back.
Scotland.
So
Robertson's from Hull City.
From Southampton.
That is what I'm saying. You're evaluating.
But it's different position, bro. It's different position. Left back and striker.
What you need to remember, with Edouard is who's he going to pick between? He can go to Arsenal and be second fiddle to Aubameyang, or he can go to Leicester, be the next Jamie Vardy. They're going to sell Iheanacho if they get Edouard, and he's going to play a lot more under a manager who he knows he will succeed under. How does he know he's going to succeed under Arteta?
All right,
like he knows that Brendan Rodgers knows how to use Edouard because he does. He will play exactly how he needs to play, and well, Vardy's not doing that well right now, if we're being honest. So Edouard might even get time over Vardy. I'm not saying no. Vardy's a great player. I'm not taking anything away from him, but an off-form player, and he is off-form, especially without Maddison. You're going to play someone who isn't. And Edouard, even though Celtic are doing awful this season, and they are, don't say they aren't, they are. He's still banging in goals. So Leicester, and especially Rodgers, don't get me wrong, they're both talented, but I just see Edouard picking Leicester over us. I just see that.
Okay, let's just talk about this quickly. A lot of people are talking about Lamptey, but what's your thoughts about his defensive qualities? You know what? I don't think defensively he's better than Max Aarons. I'd rather have Max Aarons. I'd rather have Max Aarons. But the thing is, it looks like we're looking to get Lamptey or Max Aarons. It could be a financial situation where Brighton are willing to sell him cheaper than Norwich are.
Bayern are sniffing around with Aarons, and even Man United are. And let's be honest, let's be honest. Aarons is going to United or Bayern over us. Like,
why would Aarons go United?
Aarons isn't coming United. He's going Everton. Trust me, he's going Everton. Trust me.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he can link up with Godfrey as well, which you got to remember.
Don Carlo again.
The one thing with me is defensively, he's not great, but his crossing is next to none. Like, who's got as good crossing as him right now at right back as well? Yeah, defensively, again, he isn't great, but you got to remember who, like, the back four he's going to be in. Tierney, Gabriel, either Mari, Louise, or Saliba. Like, surely either Mari, Louise, or Saliba, whoever's on that right centre-back position, can back him up defensively. Which is why I don't rate Rob Holding, because he struggles to back up the right back, which is a right centre-back. You sometimes have to do that. You have to cover for your full-back.
All right. Can I say something? All right. So
yeah, go ahead.
We have to accept that we're in the building phase, right?
Yeah.
When you're in the building phase, there are certain criteria that are necessary. Yeah. If we accept that we're in the building phase, we should accept that we won't be dominant in all the games that we would love to, which means that we have no leeway or lull session for people with liabilities. So if you're not defensively good, we cannot afford that. So, for example, when Liverpool were on top, they could have afforded to play Arnold. They could afford that because they were on top. No, when they are not on top, you can definitely see that he's a big liability to the team. You can see that. Yeah. The only reason why he's consistent is because they don't have a proper right back to fill that position. We are not in the position as yet to prioritize attack over defense. We're not in that position. So I understand what you guys are coming from, that going forward, it gives us more. But the position that we're right now trying to build going forward, we cannot prioritize.
But don't we have, like, all our fans, like, we all got excited that we had the second best defense in the league at one point, and everybody says that Arteta's improved us defensively. So by that logic, you know, he's improved us defensively with Hector Bellerin in there, who can't defend. Yeah. So surely with Lamptey, surely with Lamptey, then defensively should still be fine, right?
For example, what if all those errors that were made on Hector Bellerin side, we had a proper right back over there, someone who actually can defend? Do you realize that?
Could I add to that point?
Do you realize that most of our goals we concede are actually on our right hand side? Most of the goals that we concede,
on the right
hand side. So if we should tighten that area, we would definitely have a more solid back four, something that we can move on with. Because if we're going up against it, say we get we make it to the Europa League or we make it to the Champions League, we cannot go in the Champions League with someone who is liable in our defense. We can't play a Bayern Munich with we have Coleman facing Burnley. Come on, Hector. We can't have Coleman facing Hector. That would be brutal. That would be really brutal. So if we had someone who's defensively solid, even Maitland-Niles is far more defensively solid, we can say, okay, because he's defensively solid, we can work with him. Guess what? We have no midfielders and attackers who can compensate for the attacking aspect of the game, but we need those defenders to keep the back line clean and crisp. If you should look at Manchester City, Joe consider I can't find another.
Who would you go for then? Like, who would be your ideal right back?
If I was Arsenal, I know
Max Aarons.
Really, I've compared both pairs between Max Aarons and Tariq Lamptey, and the attacking wise, both of them are good, but defensive wise, both of them have been massive.
The only issue, I want Aarons, but will we get him?
Are we gonna do the same exact thing that we're doing with Bellerin right now? We complain about Bellerin's defending. We're buying another right back who can't defend.
That's why I would go for someone completely different. I would have.
Yeah, agree.
You go. The thing is with Bellerin, over so many years, he hasn't improved defensively. You know, we could bring someone Lamptey who's gonna be not maybe as good defensively, or even Aarons, but you can mold them into someone better because they want to be someone better. Players like Bellerin are essentially finished. They don't want to be better defensively.
I mean,
if Bellerin wanted to be better defensively, he would have already.
For me personally,
to bring up the point real quick.
For me personally, I feel Arsenal should go for like someone like Denzel Dumfries or something like that. I wouldn't.
Who's Dumfries?
He plays for PSV.
He's a guy at PSV in Holland. He's a career mode player. He's essentially a career mode player. He's one of them career mode ones.
You go.
He has 85 potential, and that's
at one point with Lamptey.
Let's get Hassan's thoughts on this. Hassan, what are you saying?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, with the wing back, you're essentially buying a wing back like Trent with Lamptey. Like, he's defensively not that good. I know you say that Bellerin is mediocre, but obviously, like, you've seen some of the goals that they score. What do? They push over Bellerin and Lamptey. Like, in my opinion, he doesn't have the body shape to, like, understand what I'm saying? Like, stand his ground. So if you were to buy Lamptey, who's gonna cover his back? Because like last year, we had, as Chelsea, we had Tomori, who was quick enough to get behind Alonso. So who's going to be that guy to be quick enough? Like, if you were against a big side,
I think Gabriel's pretty quick, is he not?
Mari's quick. We've seen how quick Mari is. Again, Mari, Saliba, Luiz, even like we have the players that can back him up. We just don't.
I don't think we need a centre back in the summer.
We don't need a centre back. No, we don't.
We don't need a centre back.
Does anybody know why everyone is constantly complaining about Bellerin's defending, and then we're going to sign another person who has the same problem? To me,
anyone is better than Bellerin defensively.
This is the point.
You're better than Bellerin defensively.
That's not true, bro. That
is true. I'm not kidding. That is true. 100%.
Miguel, this is the point I wanted to bring up, right? Yeah, Lamptey isn't good defensively, and this is why I don't want Hakimi, because Hakimi isn't good defensively either, and he, for me, is a 3 at the back, 5 at the back player. But Lamptey, he's very young. He has the ability to learn, because Chelsea's academy is different to a lot of others. If they don't see potential in a player at the very beginning of their career, they're gone. Like, they're ruthless with their academy. Look at even like Salah and that. They make mistakes. And Lamptey, I think, is a mistake they will have made, and I think a lot of Chelsea fans will agree. But
Kevin De Bruyne,
he's young, so he can learn. And again, I'm going to bring this up. All the Arsenal fans say that Arteta is able to improve players defensively, as apparently he already has this season. So surely he can improve Lamptey defensively as he's young, right? Because that's what he's really good at doing. So that's my question.
If Arteta is the best young coach in world football, then surely he can develop Lamptey into a better defensive
even
player.
Then, the biggest improvement that people say is that we've improved defensively. So surely he can improve Lamptey defensively, because that's what he's going to do.
Could I also
guys,
add to
big up
that
the guys who are
lumpy
saying it's
situation?
Leno's birthday. Leno's birthday was yesterday, and this
29th.
guy said it was
Yesterday.
today is Leno's birthday, and he wished Bellerin out.
Wow.
He did.
That is not funny, but yeah,
I won't be
don't know why that
surprised.
was-
We got a
Military
quick
Gunner,
thing.
why does your camera keep going off anytime someone read the comment?
I was just gonna say about the Lumpty situation, as in he's not gonna get past like what you said about De Bruyne, Lukaku, and all them lot. Like, if you looked at the Chelsea in the past, we had a title-winning team, and to be honest, them type of
Yeah.
players weren't gonna make it. Like, same with Lumpty, the only reason why he couldn't make it is because Aspie's in front of him.
And
Reece
James.
James.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly who you guys are gonna pick, Reece James or Lumpty
Oh,
currently.
100% James. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. So obviously at that time, Lukaku could have get past Drogba. De Bruyne could have get past Mata.
Oh,
So
don't get me
you
wrong. I'm not roasting the Chelsea academy. Like, you guys
No,
have
no,
made some
they're not
cracking
roasting.
It's a
players.
mad academy.
Yeah, it's a great academy.
You have
It really
to
is.
Yeah, you have to be like almost, I would say, generational in a Chelsea academy
Oh,
for you
yeah,
to
yeah,
get.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
like
I just
that's
love
all
the
I
way
can
Chelsea run their academy. They have
Yo.
like 60 players out on loan, and then they just bin them all for like 50, 60 million combined if they don't work out, and then they just spend it on a
True.
big name player. It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
They make the most money from I think it's
Exactly.
one of the
For
most
me,
incomes from just loans annually.
I
Well,
think
what
we've
they've said with Lamptey as well, there's a sell-on clause. If we buy Lamptey for say 30 million, some percentage of that goes to Chelsea, which is why
Yeah,
Brighton
yeah.
will ask for more money.
I need to check that. Is there actually a selling clause?
for me,
it's
Yeah, check
Marina
that.
put in. Marina doesn't let them type of players go without a decent amount or a
Yeah,
decent
yeah.
club.
but
True.
didn't he just sign a new contract though? He just signed a
Yeah, so
It-
he won't
it's-
have that selling clause then.
It's still in there because apparently
Wait, let me
it's
check.
the-
Let me check. Let me check.
when Brighton bought him, however much it was, there was you can add a sell-on clause in the actual purchase.
Yeah.
Like
Anyways,
you said,
Hassan and Abdullah,
Marina.
thanks for coming on, guys. I'm gonna just take you guys out. We're just gonna talk about some
Yeah,
other
no
personal
worries.
stuff, okay?
All right.
Yes,
take
you
it
know.
easy.
Big up to you guys. Big up to you guys. And then, so yo, guys, we need to get into the nooks and crannies of this conversation here. How likely is it that Edu and Arteta are actually gonna get rid of or sell 3 players this window and bring in more than 3 players? Because they're looking to do some deals. They're looking to actually make some business happen. And the rumors has it that Matej Guendouzi's on the chopping block, Lacazette's on the chopping block. Torreira's pretty much gone. The deal's already been orchestrated and completed. Now, when it comes to the whole situation with Bellerin, the deal has not been completed yet, but that's already 4 players that they're looking to get rid of. Players that they're looking to target, they're targeting a midfielder, they're targeting attacking midfielder, they're targeting a new striker, a new center back, and did I say a right back? So that is 5 players they're trying to bring in. They're already trying to get rid of 4, and they've already gotten rid of in the last window another 4 players. So we're accidentally 8 players are going to be leaving this squad from the squad that was here last year, and we're going to be looking at bringing in maybe 4 to 5 to 6 players.
Miguel, I just want to mention one thing.
Is that weakening the squad, or is that actually making the squad better? Because I'm worried
I just want to mention
we're
one
losing
thing.
so much talent.
Making it better.
Miguel, I just want to mention one thing. Yeah, with all these players we're linked to, obviously other big clubs are linked to them as well. If we don't make Europe this year, which is most likely, if they're choosing between us and Man United or Man City, who will probably have Champions League football, at very least Europa League football,
or even Everton,
why would they come to us? Obviously people talk about this Arteta pull, which people say there is. But you look, Fabrizio Romano said this in an interview a few months ago. He said that agents and agents of players look at Champions League football as something that is a major pull now in players. Major pull. So obviously if a player is going to choose between, let's say, Man United or Arsenal, a player is most likely going to go to Man United, maybe because they have Champions League football. They have a bigger stage. So bigger clubs like your Real Madrid or your Barcelonas will probably go on to sign that player. So it's going to be difficult to try and attract these players. Yes, obviously, you can put the money and the wages on the table, but we've already been told we're working on a Champions League a Champions League wage bill on a Europa League wage budget, So if we already have that, we're not going to be able to splash so much wages on these players because we have to keep that sort of balance. And if we don't get European football, that's going to affect it even more. So how are we going to try and pull these players? It just
why
seems very unrealistic to me.
Get rid of more than we bring in. This is why you have to get rid of 8 players to bring in 4.
And that's why it's not weakening our squad, because we have to get rid of all these players. And that's why the January window in some experts was a good thing, because we got rid of these players. You know, we got rid of some of these wage budgets, you know, had huge wage budgets. So it's going to be, for me, very interesting what we do in this window. And I'm going to be every day, I'm going to put the pressure on Twitter, on YouTube, just going back. You know, look, it doesn't matter what I think about this manager, because in the end, it goes back to this manager. He's going to stay this summer. So back him. Back this manager, all right? If he's going to stay, back him. Give him what he needs. And then, you know, maybe fans next year can see that he's not capable of having good players, because he's not. But if you're going to keep him, back him. That's just my why thing.
Military Gunner, what do you think about this before we go to Gunner Express?
I cannot see the likeliness of we purchasing so many players. We can get rid of them, yes, but not so many purchases. Exactly. I think what we might see is maybe some of the academy players being integrated into the first team, but the likeliness of us bringing so many players, I cannot see that. Maybe they would prioritize certain areas which definitely needs to be fixed, and I think they will move from there. As you know, the right back, another central midfielder, and a striker, maybe a backup left back as well. But I think that is where the priority is at. And I think maybe there's possibility of bringing 4 players, but it differs. You don't need a big budget, as I said before, to bring in quality players. It's just that if us as fans are willing to accept the players that they're going to bring in, because even when Pablo Mari just came in, most of the Arsenal fan base is saying he's not good enough because they associate the agent with the player. So basically, it's just definitely not good enough. And really and truly, we have come to see that he's actually a solid centre half. He's definitely a solid centre half. He's not the first choice, even though he's not the first choice, but he's a solid centre half. He could be in one of those mid-table Premier League teams as his first choice centre half. But guess what? We have him as a backup, and that is quality. We know we are looking at Cedric Suarez, saying that Cedric Suarez is better than Hector Bellerin. A few months ago, we weren't saying that. We weren't saying that a few months ago. We were saying that it's not good enough. We were saying that purchase was not good enough as well. So I think it was down to who we want to bring in the team, and I definitely would accept if the fan base accept the players that are being brought in and stop associate the price tag with the player's quality. So it is best if Arsenal are linked with a player, divulge in the player's quality and watch the player. Watch 2 games solid of the player, then you'll see the player true potential, rather than taking YouTube compilations and making it off that.
Okay, so let me just change the question a little bit. Would you be keen to bring in the players that were being linked to, such as Kanate, such as Basuma, such as Lamptey, these players that we're bringing in? So one by one, Kanate, Gunner Express, would you be keen to bring this player in?
No. As I said, he's mistake-ridden. If you actually watch Leipzig games, just watch that Liverpool game. Watch that Liverpool game and tell me that he's not mistake-ridden. Also, for me, if we buy a centre-back, I don't care how good, how young, however else, we're getting rid of Saliba in that case. Because Saliba, for me, is our 5th centre-back. And if we're looking at buying in a new one, that says to me that he's not in the plans, which for me, again, is stupid, because you look at his stats, you look at him play for Nice. Yeah, it's a French league, but you've got, you can only play where you are, and he's playing well. So just wasting more talent if we sell Saliba, I think. But I'm not having Kanate now.
Does Lamptey really play for Ghana, or does he play? Or has he?
He's Ghanaian. His background is Ghanaian.
Yeah,
his background is Ghanaian.
Has he declared for Ghana yet?
No.
But his background is Ghanaian, so the fact that obviously he may look up to the likes of Thomas Partey, and if that could make him pull to Arsenal, it's just something to consider.
Interesting. Yeah. Interesting. Samuel, what's going on?
What's going on, Carl? I haven't seen your time, bro. But
yeah, man, it's been a while. So first things first. There's been a bunch of stories, Guendouzi, all these things, but first thing we're talking about right now is, do you think the club will actually get those deals over the line? Because right now they're linked to having 3 deals pretty much done and dusted out the door and 3 in.
The Lamptey one, I'll take anyone over better right now. But one thing that does concern me about Lamptey is his injury record. Because he doesn't seem to keep fit, and also his height. He's 5'3", I mean, that's not a normal thing from a fullback or a defensive player to be that little short.
Yeah, but fullbacks don't have to be that tall though.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I understand that, but I mean, you can easily get caught out. If you see, look at the tall fullbacks there, you can easily get caught out because he's so short. You can play one ball over him and it's gone over his head. I mean, that's a disadvantage that he has. But you know what? I'll take anyone at Bellerin in this point. You know, if Mikel Arteta's intention is to play an attacking fullback, then he's the perfect one for it. I have Max Irons over him, but I wouldn't mind Tariq Lamptey.
Military Gunner, do you have headphones? Because I'm getting feedback. I'm not sure why it's coming. I think it's coming from your phone because I muted everybody else. It's coming from you. All right, thanks, bro. Now, going back to what people in the comments are saying. People are talking about Miguel Aziz in the first team. Don't you think it's a little too early for Miguel Aziz?
Yeah, way too early.
A little too early for Miguel Aziz.
I don't think it's if you're starting 11, yes, but he needs to. At the end of the day, he's what 18. Like you've got to start bringing these players in and around the fold. You know, maybe bringing him in for a few Europa League games like he's done, but you need to play him like with Balogun.
I'd loan him.
He got. Yeah, I would. I'd if we could keep Balogun. I've said this before. If we keep Balogun, I'm loaning him out straight away.
Balogun's gone.
I'd loan.
Balogun's
yeah, I know.
Gone.
But you got to look at some of these good players that we have. Like the under 23s, they are crap. Like let's be honest, they're not very good. The whole team aren't very good, but they have very good players. Like Aziz, Okonkwo's quite good. So for me,
Okonkwo's leaving.
I'm taking out.
Leaving.
I know, but I'm taking out these players and I'm putting them on loan. Cottrell, Patino. I'm just sending them on loan.
I'm done looking at the newspapers. I'm done looking at that. People in the chat, throw your questions in because you guys have better questions.
That's a good name. That is a very good name. From Sanderberg from Sheffield United. He is a quality player.
I rate him highly, guys. I love.
I don't want him.
I think no. Listen to this though. He comes in as an Elneny replacement.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
How much does he cost?
If they get relegated,
how much is he costing?
If they get relegated, it'll be 10, 15 million.
No, 16 million, 750 million. That's a 5.
Yeah, between the 5 to 10, between the 5 to 20, between some.
Okay, all right. How much are we selling Elneny for?
Okay, 5
We're not
million,
getting much for Elneny. Elneny
will be. I bet it'll be more than that because Besiktas apparently offered about 12 million, but we rejected it. So his value will have gone down, but. I think not that much. I'd say about 8-10 million.
I think his value's gone up.
Meaning to do this.
Okay, let's say 10 million.
I've been meaning to do a video on this. One second. I've been meaning to do a video on this. Should I show you guys what I've been trying to do? This, if you guys have, I need 10 to 15 minutes of everyone's time, straight concentration. Everyone in the chat, put your comment in the chat. I'm not right now. What we're going to be talking about is how should Arsenal approach the summer transfer window. Have you guys seen this article by LT Arsenal on their website? It is an amazing article. Right, he breaks it down, and first thing he asks, what type of model should we be taking, and approach should we be taking to fixing Arsenal? You have the choices of the Liverpool model, the Chelsea model, the Aston Villa model, or the Arsenal model.
Why don't we create our own model? Like look at City, they create. Exactly. Everybody says we need to create a philosophy and a culture. Copying someone else's transfer model isn't doing that. Exactly. So if we just copy all the fans that are Arteta in saying let's copy Liverpool or even Bayern Munich, sack Arteta then, because Arteta is brought in to build his own philosophy. He needs to go to Edu or whoever else and say sack these scouts because they're shit and get new ones in. But he isn't doing that. So I don't understand what this copying a model is. Create our own. Leicester are doing it.
Hear me out. So they valued our players, Eddie Nketiah, between 20 to 30 million euros. Lacazette, between 20 to 30 million euros. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, between 20 to 30 million euros. Joe Willock, somehow between 20 to 30 million euros. Lucas Torreira, 10 to 15. Reece Nelson, 10 to 15. Mohamed Elneny, 4 to 7. Runnerson 4 to 7, Said Kolasinac 4 to 7. Okay, so these are what they're valuing. So they're saying
wait,
12 million to 106.4 million. That's what they're saying.
We bought Runnerson for $1 million, and ever since he's been here, he's been crap. So his value is going to go down. He'll be about 500,000 at best. Like we bought him for $1 million. They're
claiming his based on this article. They're stating that his value from
there's no way his value is more than $1 million. No way.
No,
he's been rubbish since he's been here.
Based on this leading website that does football prices, CIES, they have observed that player costs that much.
I'm gonna go off
on the transfer market. It's 2 million.
Okay, no, but I calculated here. Out of all these transfers, we can get 120 million pounds. of all these players that I've calculated here. And okay, say we've got a £70 million budget that we usually do every summer, so that's £190 million to spend in this summer. So that let's see. If we get Grealish for 100 million, what should we do with the remaining 90 million? Where should we spread it out? Because I think we can get quality players in for £90 million that can really help.
You absolutely can. What the real question for me is to you guys: what is the three most important positions to
Someone
replace?
said PSG model.
what are the three most important positions to replace? Like that's
create midfielder, right back. I'd rather get a new centre back or the new midfielder as well, or a winger. It's a lot of positions that we need to work on.
The three most important for me, it's right back, centre mid, and striker. So say you get Grealish.
Let's just go through this. Let's just go through this. We'll debate it during the video. So the first thing, they're talking about how Liverpool created their team and how they bought some players. So they're going to show you what Liverpool did in their window and what we did, right? So if we were to do the Liverpool model, they would say that we need to go and get Matt Ryan, the goalkeeper, whoever this guy is, Golasco, for 5.4 million.
Dizzy, LT Arsenal wrote it.
Montiel.
LT Arsenal.
Yeah, I think he plays for River Plate, doesn't he? Let me see.
Let's find out who he is. Let's find out who he is. So he is in Google right now.
Yeah,
why
Dizzy.
Why are they mentioning random players?
Yeah,
and then they said get Basuma, Martin Odegaard, Matt Ryan as a back. Not Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan is a backup goalkeeper. I don't know why they put a price to him. Then you got Ryan Bertrand, 0, and they also want us to get Alex Isaac.
Yeah,
Sociedad. Come on,
and
Montiel plays right back for River Plate. He's Argentinian. I think he's been capped by Argentina 6 times. So it's okay if we have the option of Gonzalo Montiel for 5 million and then spend it across other areas, or spend 35.
Montiel's a risk.
Would he take Lamptey?
Wait, can I just ask? You said Alexander Isaac. Is this eye test? Because Isaac's not a good player. He's not a good. He wouldn't be a good replacement.
Another career mode player. Isaac is a career mode player. Why are these? Look, Montiel's a career mode player. Like this whole article.
He also mentioned Ivan Toney.
Yeah, well, I'd take him. But Alexander Isaac.
This is the alternative for that Ivan Toney model. This is the Liverpool model. Basically, spending low amounts, always keeping your budget between 110 to 115 million, not spending over that. This is the Liverpool model. And
what did he sell Bellerin? Did he put Bellerin on that list?
No, he didn't. He didn't. No.
Okay, then I can't really understand. Okay. Why is Bellerin not there? Okay.
Let's move on to the Chelsea model.
40 million.
Let's move on to the Chelsea model. Let's move on to the Chelsea model. So the Chelsea model, you spend a lot of money basically during that period, and you bring in a lot of players.
For example, Timo Werner, Kai Havertz,
right? So this is what Chelsea did this past window. 222 million on these players. Kai Havertz, Timo Werner, Ben Chilwell, Hakim Ziyech, and Mendy. They brought in 2 players on free transfers, center backs.
One of them was
I forgot they had Malang Sarr, to be honest.
Thiago Silva, right? So if Arsenal were to replicate this, we would have to do something across the lines of bringing in a Jack Grealish, bringing in someone like Ramos, who's already actually signed a new deal, right? Yeah. But yeah, so this is what his replicate to a Chelsea model would be: bring in Jack Grealish, Ramos.
Is he
once
mad?
Once again, bring in Govleman, bring in Basuma.
Why Montiel? What's this guy with Montiel?
I don't know why he likes.
No, he's a decent player from River Plate. You know,
I don't want Manon Solomon either. Another career mode player.
No, but Montiel is one of the best fullbacks in South America.
Wait, I'm sorry. So you just realised that Ramos is going to demand like £300,000 a week, right? Like,
he's going to demand 500 grand.
Exactly.
That's not. Military Gunner, what do you think about the Chelsea model? Ridiculous or no?
I don't like this article at all.
It's ridiculous. You guys hear me, right?
It's the most unrealistic one in the world.
We can hear.
So, I'm not sure if you guys know that this is not sustainable, the Chelsea model, right?
Oh yeah.
You can get
100%.
10 years out of that. There's going to be a slump, and when you get that slump, you're actually going to hit the dirt. You're definitely going to hit the dirt. Because really and truly, if I should put Chelsea Football Club right now, they're going to hit rock bottom. they will definitely hit rock bottom. And if you should check out Chelsea model. It hasn't proven successful since this season. So basically, it's going down, rather going down. Yes, I think they're in good position on the table right now. But look at all those players, all the money that they have spent. Look at the players, and the one specific player that they didn't spend big money on, the one who should have. So we're factoring those things. Mason Mount is actually carrying Chelsea on his back. So the idea of spending big money to get in players, I just cannot associate money and players. I'm like associate with players and quality. That is the most important thing in world football right now. That is why I believe that recruitment is the best way going forward. And I'm not talking recruitment first team, I'm recruitment down at the level, because Arsenal Academy has since recently started doing proper recruitment at the junior level, and I think that is definitely the way to go. So the model, I'm not a favor of it. I'm not a fan of it. I'm more likely going with the Arsenal model, something new. We must find our own way of structuring something that we can do for ourselves, to represent us, and we can do that. Emulate it. I strongly believe that.
Okay. Yeah, agree.
So we're gonna just move on to the next model, even though you said we created there's an Aston Villa model. Let me just finish. So the Aston Villa model is a lone player, Matty cash for 14 million, Martinez for around 16 million, Traore for 17 million, and Ollie Watkins for 27 million.
He forgot Samson. He forgot Morgan
total
Samson.
of 75 million.
Yes, it's last summer.
No, is it summer?
And the prices were wrong as well. Watkins cost 38 million, and Martinez was up to 20 million. So I don't know where they've got these prices from.
Okay, so they did some mad maths, and this is where they got for us. 1 second, where is it? Keep going. I'm waiting. Okay, so here's the madness they did, right?
What is this?
So they spent 100 million.
Fabian Cortenza, Frank Ambozangi. Okay, my God, what is this?
They went to Mike. They went to Metz, and they got a player for 10 million. Who's a left back, or a right back? Who's a right back, right?
Yeah, even Igao doesn't know who this is.
No, he's a right back. 10 million. And then they got a player from Fulham. I don't know who Andre Frank.
He's good, but
he's a DM. He's a DM.
He's good, but no. He's a good player. He's a good player for Fulham.
He's a DM,
but no.
For 20 million. And then they got Odegaard for 40. Ooh, splash the cash, eh? And then they got Bamford for 35.
Wait. If you pay 30 million for Bamford, you're a mug, because Leeds don't even value him at that much. Like, come on, 30 million for Patrick Bamford? No, he's a good player.
I'll give my model
This is a rubbish article.
That's Salt Nketiah for Patrick Bamford.
Military Gunner switched off. He can't. He's not having it.
I'd rather have Nicolas Moller in my starting 11 than Patrick Bamford.
Yeah, sign up Balogun if you're going to get Bamford.
So this is what. So basically, we as fans, we evaluate the difference from coach does, and it's not what we see; it's what the coach sees. And most fans, we see output. That is all we see. We love. That is the reason why so many complain about Lacazette. There are so many people complaining about Firmino, because we are evaluating them based on output. But in consideration the playing style, that has to do with the team. And the team and our coach will go for a player to fit what he wants to do. Now, if you could ask Leeds fans in the championship, because I've had quite a few amounts of Leeds fans, and one of their hated players was Bamford. They really hated Bamford because he couldn't work to save them. And
he was rubbish. He was trash.
Yeah, listen to what I'm saying now. Yes, Marcia Biel, one of the best coach, stuck with Bamford for years. He stuck with Bamford and he worked with Bamford. And you can say right now, at this moment, that Bamford is not a Premier League proven striker. You might say it's crap, but look at his goal output for his first season in the league. Look at his goal output. We can say it's crap. None of us can say it's crap, but look at his goal. Let's goal output and speak for
is
himself.
His internet messing up, or is it me?
Yeah, I think he's cutting out.
Bro, your internet's cutting out. We can't understand what you're saying because your internet cut out.
I'll rejoin.
Quickly as well with Bamford. When I said he's crap, he's not crap in the Premier League. He's really good. But what I'm saying is, in the Championship, he was awful. Like, Eddie Nketiah was coming in and Leeds fans were cheering his name more than Bamford.
Yeah, this is getting even funnier. Okay, so who the hell is this guy, by the way?
Who?
Frank.
He's pretty good. I'll give him that. He's pretty good, but
I need to get accustomed to figuring out who these players are. Okay, so now keep it moving. And who's the other guy? The right back. Yeah, that guy at Mites. He's good, but he's very under.
No.
He's very under polished.
Like, and Met's even in League 1? Or are they still in League 2?
No, I think they are in League 1.
Oh well, I don't think they're doing too well. But...
So yeah, guys, this article is written by Harry. So once again, in conclusion, this is what this will get you. 4 players that the Aston Villa model will get you, right? The Chelsea model will get you a bunch of players for around 200 million, right?
Yeah.
And honestly, from these players that we would be getting, I don't see how we would ever get Ramos. Jack Grealish, I love it. The Argentinian for 5 million, right back, that's amazing. Solomon, what's his obsession with Solomon? I don't get it.
The guy's
is Solomon that good? Is Solomon that good at Shakhtar?
Tete is better.
He's an Israeli
right back.
So I'm not too familiar with my footballers that play in Germany or the Israeli national team. Kai, if you watch the Israeli national team, can you tell me, is he any good?
I don't think he does.
Tete is better for Shakhtar.
This model is not that bad though. The Aston Villa model.
It is.
But would you get Ceballos? No.
Nope.
Odegaard? No.
Yes, I would give him permanently.
40 million.
Wait, is that Liverpool? Is that
no? I said
the Aston Villa model. It's Liverpool. I think that one that he's talking about.
Model.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't even do that. Because look at Liverpool now. They lose one player, they're crap. So why would you want to risk doing that? The Liverpool model, what he's forgetting, whoever wrote this, the only reason why Liverpool could afford players,
I would rather watch.
Liverpool can only afford their players because they sell their best players. And don't we complain about selling our best players? They sold Coutinho and Suarez, who were 2 of their best players, like for years, to get Van Dijk. And yeah, it paid off. But we sit here on a constant and complain, saying, why did we sell Van Persie? Why did we sell Cole? Why are we going to sell Aubameyang? So that model doesn't work because the fans, first off, wouldn't want it. And second off, we're not the kind of club to go spend 80 million on a player from Southampton. Like, we don't do that. So that model wouldn't work either.
All right, so this is my Arsenal model that I've come up with. So this is, I would sell this someone personally and we can get good money out. So Bellerin for £20 million, we can agree. That's the amount of money.
Okay.
Lacazette for £25 million. Mohamed Elneny for 8 million, because he's mentioned earlier he was 12 million pounds, so his value is going to go down a little. Nketiah, we're demanding a lot, so 15 million for Nketiah, 14 million pounds for Joe Willock. I think that's a reasonable price. 6 million pounds for Callum Chambers. He's been out for a long time. I think that's a reasonable price. 20 million pounds for Ainsley Maitland-Niles, and then 20 million pounds for Lucas Torreira. That totals to 124 million pounds. And then if you count up our 80 million pound budget, that's 200 million pounds.
No, but Samuel, you got to add, the saying Guendouzi's gone for 25 million.
Oh my God.
Add that money, add, Xhaka, there's links saying he might leave. I doubt it, but say he leaves. But the Guendouzi one especially, that's 25 million right there.
So that's 159 million pounds sold from players. I added Guendouzi in, so 25 million. So now, what I would bring in personally, Martin Odegaard for 20 million pounds. That's what I generally think, because I've been hearing rumors about that. Hasim Aouar, I'm a big fan of him. I want to stop 45 million for him.
No.
30 million for Lamptey.
Okay.
Van Arlenholt for free. 40 million for Konate, and 35 million pounds for Basuma. That totals to 170 million pounds spent.
So how much money did we get again? Like how much money did you calculate?
159 million. And I really doubt us spending 200 million pounds in one window. Even we have
159. I'll go get Grealish for 80 million because that's his market value. And what people forget about Grealish, you don't have to spend all of the money at once. You can do it in like.
Oh, what the hell is that playing in the background, bro?
So let's be realistic. So say you spend 20 million pounds this window.
I'd say even 40 probably for Grealish because Aston Villa will want that big money now. So I'd say 40 million on Grealish to put down a deposit, whatever else, and then spend the rest of that next season. Go and get Basuma for 35-25. I'd go get Aaron's, probably about 25, 30 million if it's possible, and then
Aaron's 25
sign up
million.
Odegaard.
But how much?
That's all I'd do.
How much do you believe?
I think it'll be between 30 and 40.
So I'll say 35
this
million.
is actually hilarious. There's so many of these on Twitter. I'm gonna show you some of them. They're hilarious.
So wait, Gunnar expresses money.
Absolutely
It counts. This summer spent in with the greatest installments 40 million, Basuma 30 million, 70 million pounds, 25 million for Aaron's 95 million.
I think I've overspent, haven't I?
And 100 for Odegaard 35 million. So that's
one guy really said Mbappe.
I can dream.
One guy said
that's realistic.
and Upamecano.
Oh, for God's sake! Upamecano's already gone.
Look,
the guy's gone.
These guys are mad. Yeah.
Basically, I've been listening to you. I understand, guys. We need to be realistic. Arsenal board ain't going to sell these players. I bet you any money, the players that you think are gonna go, they're gonna stay for another year or two. So you just say like Guendouzi, for example.
No, he's
I
gone.
got more money for Guendouzi actually to stay because we got so many midfielders leaving.
Zaha. Don't get me wrong, Zaha. I want him to stay. I want him to stay. I want Guendouzi to stay, but he's gone. Arteta doesn't like him.
Wait, let me tell you which midfielders are leaving. Danny's leaving. Odegaard is leaving back to Madrid. You just said
no. 1 second.
We know that.
1 second, Sahal. Samuel, change it and say this is Sahal's model.
Okay.
Sahal's model. Sahal, give us your model to get back to victory. Winning, losing,
we're not gonna
whatever.
get anywhere close to victory with this board anyway. So I don't know why you guys even like. If it was
the bearer of bad news.
To you guys. It would be
You're too harsh.
to you guys, but it's no purpose to invent something. We're not gonna do it. So my thing is, what we're gonna do is, and I bet you this is gonna happen. And you guys gonna be hiding. Igal, you're gonna be hiding. Yeah, this is gonna happen. We're gonna re-sign David Luiz. So the defense, they're not gonna.
That's gonna happen.
Anything.
Yeah,
that's gonna happen. 100%. David Luiz is staying.
Good.
I'm gonna guess if we are truly trying to save money, Bellerin is staying.
No.
I
No.
can see it happening. And I think Bellerin will stay because the board will say we can't afford to get a right back in when we already have a right back. It's no purpose.
They want Lamptey though.
What's good, bro?
If Bellerin wants to leave,
I'm good, man.
that's
I'm
a
good.
different situation. I don't think
How you guys
Bellerin
doing?
wants to leave in the first place. Because he gets first team football.
No, but he does. He said.
Okay, 1 second. Let's laugh at some of these.
Leave, though. That's my personal opinion. I don't.
Guys,
think
check this out. This is how funny some of these are. Okay, so there is some models that people have done where we have Mbappe, where some of them.
Oh my
god! This is FIFA.
There's people who actually tweeted out models where we can actually make, where somehow Arsenal can get Mbappe, Haaland. These are not our doings.
No.
Okay? We're just gonna through people's Twitter. So this guy said Arsenal should sell Eddie Nketiah for 15 million, Ainsley Maitland-Niles for 20, 15 million for Willock,
anything for Bellerin.
Anything. Kolasinac 5, Pereira 20, Lacazette 25. Maybe
You actually wrote anything there,
Xhaka, Pepe, and Willian. No one will buy him. Okay.
Can I just say at least he got his prices right on selling like that? They're acceptable prices.
This guy said Elneny for 30 million, and he said Camavinga for 25.
wait. No, Lacazette for 70 million. 30-year-old Lacazette for 70 million.
Bro, I think this is just a meme. Remember that Barcelona meme?
That has to be a piss take.
No,
that has to be some shit.
No, look at that name. Look at that name. Susie Smith Road. Go down.
Oh my
To be
god.
fair,
70.
No, I feel like you guys need to go for, man.
Not trying to joke the guy, but 70 million for Lacazette. No.
I know, but look, Igal, look. Honestly, what's gonna happen this summer? You guys gonna be disappointed. The Arteta inners are gonna be very disappointed. But what's gonna happen is it's gonna be the same usual. We're gonna not buy or invest in Arteta. We're just gonna get maximum 5 players in. Maximum. So
who's the 5 players in? Tommy who they are. Who's the 5 players?
We're getting.
Just sign one player. Just sign Aouar.
We need to sign Sonogo from Huddersfield.
Alright, Aouar's coming to
Guys, Guys, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. What is this? What is this? This is a meme.
Haaland for 50 million. Oh man, you're dreaming if you get Haaland for 50, man.
Bro,
Wait, Mbappe
for
60.
joking, bro.
Sancho 35, Ramos.
No. That was a joke. He just said Mustafi for £55 million. That's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke.
That's a serious club.
Okay, this guy's serious though. He said sell Lacazette for 30, Bellerin for 25, Guendouzi for 15, Elneny for 15 apparently, and
Guendouzi's more than that.
20. So that's a total of 105 million. He wants Grealish for 80, Odegaard for 40, Aarons for 20, Zuma for 30. 170 million spent, 105 made in. Cash difference of 65 million, and this is what the starting 11 looks like.
Now that's a good one. I don't think it's realistic, but it's a good one. Like the prices are right, and you know what we need is right. That was a good one.
Igal, can I just finish my one quickly? I won't be long.
Go ahead.
I won't be long, I promise. Basically, so I said Bellerin, I think he will stay because I don't think they will invest. They will probably most likely the board will invest in midfield because all the midfielders, most of our midfielders are leaving. You guys don't get. I told you the midfielders are leaving. So my thing, I don't know who they're gonna buy, but they're gonna buy a similar player. They're gonna buy players on the cheap. So I can't say who they're gonna buy because I have no idea because they're just gonna buy the cheapest available player to replace our players that we need replacing anyways. So we're gonna get. I think we're gonna get one DM, one cam, and if we're lucky we get right back and 2 loans. And I don't know who the loans will be.
You don't think Arsenal will go for Aouar? You don't think Arsenal will go for Aouar?
No, Juventus are gonna get him.
We're not gonna get Aouar. We're just gonna get the most random players.
We're getting Grealish.
Arsenal, yeah. We always do this. We buy players that we're not linked to. We be linked to. For example, we be linked to Aouar for a time, yeah. Arsenal,
you're similar to
him. We will get some.
You're similar to Liverpool, man. You're buying on a budget.
We will buy
Tesco value
DM.
there.
I'm telling you, we're gonna buy a French DM that we never heard of for Thomas Partey, partner for Thomas Partey. We're gonna buy Cam. Maybe we'll buy Odegaard or loan him back in. Odegaard is probably the most likely to stay.
What do you guys think about the team?
Except for that, we're not doing anything else. And
Can I ask you, Arsenal fans something? How has Odegaard been doing? Because he's a player actually like.
Oh, he played really well against Leicester.
He's playing well.
Leicester, he played well against Benfica. He did good. The thing is, we haven't seen enough of him to give a fair judgment, to be honest, because we've only seen the good. We haven't seen the bad.
I supported you guys against Leicester, and you beat Leicester.
Yeah.
If I supported Arsenal, you guys would win the league, man. If I supported Arsenal, you guys would win the league, man.
I love it.
Okay, so what do you guys think about this team this guy made? Is it realistic?
No.
It's not realistic, but if it did happen, then Arsenal would be in with an outside shout of getting.
Look, the back line. He only bought a right back. The midfield, he only bought Odegaard and Basuma. Right on the left wing, he has Grealish.
Bro, that will cost us. Bro, that will cost us almost 300 million. That will cost us 200 million at least because.
Did the man say 300 million?
No.
He's
worth 90 million.
Hold on, so
Basuma, they're gonna be selling for 50. And who else? Aarons is gonna 30 to 40 already. So that's 200 million already there. Basuma is not gonna be sold for 30 million. Get that out of your mind, yeah. Even if they get relegated, Bournemouth are not gonna sell him for cheap because they got no reason to.
Bournemouth?
No, not Bournemouth. Brighton. Sorry, Brighton. Brighton are not gonna sell Basuma because they got no reason to. Because even if they get relegated, it means nothing. Relegation in the Premier League is actually not the worst thing because you get parachute payments. That means your players are being paid for 2 years. You get literally money for getting relegated in Premier League. So that means you don't have to go fire sell. You don't have to do a fire sell. You can keep your players around for 2 years, and then after the parachute payments go away, then you can do fire sell. But right now, Basuma and Brighton, even if they get relegated, they will not do a fire sale, just like Norwich did.
No, but
keep their team.
The thing is,
me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you put DZ's comment up, DZ?
What do you say?
Man has been hibernation for the last 2 years, man. Literally, I have like the movement of the Lampard out, man. I've never supported him as a manager in my life.
Big up, Craig.
You heard it there first.
Ready to go. We got a quick question, man. Let's say hypothetically Arsenal got not top four. Let's say hypothetically Arsenal got into the Champions League. Do you reckon you'd have enough money to buy a starting 11? Not necessarily the same as this, but something close to that. Because obviously we know that Arsenal, they're not like, they're not skint or anything. There is money in it.
Yeah, but they don't even need that many players, man. I don't understand why Arsenal are trying. You just need like one good midfielder, one good attacker, and a defense centre back. That's it.
Bro,
you're good.
It costs money to do that, and we don't have.
We don't need.
Let's play.
You massive club, you got loads of money. What the hell? You're about no money.
Guys, let's play a game.
We don't need a centre back.
Let's play a game. Let's try to make a realistic summer signing and make our own Arsenal team from scratch. Because we don't need to make we don't need to do a 25-man squad. Let's just try to make the best 11 from the players that we have in the squad already, plus as realistic signings as possible. Yeah. So I'm gonna put on the screen the create formations, and we're gonna do that from scratch. This is gonna be fun. Where do we begin? We got people in the chat. Give us hints. Should we buy a center back? Should we not buy a center back? Should we buy a goalkeeper? Because I think one thing we're not gonna buy is a goalkeeper, right? Leno's fine.
Yeah. We're going to get Ryan, but Ryan, we're not really going to buy him, so it'll be a free
I know that's one thing as
fine
well. The Ryan situation is going to be a weird one because what if he doesn't?
Is Leno fine as a goalkeeper? Is Leno fine as a starting goalkeeper?
For now, yeah. For now.
Is Leno good enough to get us back into the Champions League? I think he is.
Yeah, but he's not good enough to win it.
No, I think Leno's
good. First, you guys need to get to it, and then you can worry about winning it.
Leno is a great keeper, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you even look at the likes of like Premier League keepers now are not the best keepers in the world. Alisson for me isn't the best. It's Oblak and then Neuer. So if you want to win the Champions League, you need the best keeper pretty much in the world, which is what Neuer was last season. So Leno, unless he can get to that stage, then no, he never will win a Champions League with anybody.
Yep. But right now, the Arsenal, the main goal, at least in his lifetime,
100%.
For you guys to be back in the Champions League. So
for me, he's top 5 best keepers in the league. But
okay. So from the back four, we already have Kieran Tierney, and we have Gabriel, right? What are we doing with the other 2 spots? Are we putting in Saliba, or are we gonna go get Arteta?
If I was Arsenal, I'll get a centre back, man.
Now,
but I'm not Arsenal fan, but
I
just
think
in my opinion.
David Luiz is going to be our right-hand side to play until he leaves. I don't think
we get Konate.
They will not sign a right.
Can we afford Konate?
I don't
want to. Is it like 5'10" or 5'9"?
We can get Konate if we want, but it depends on how much we sell and if we're willing to spend.
Military Gunner's in the house. Military Gunner, what's going on, bro?
I think more realistic.
Hopefully, I'm clear now.
We get David Luiz. David Luiz will be a right-sided, and Chambers will probably leave for Saliba, so Saliba can be on the bench. So Saliba be on the bench, I believe. So David Luiz starting on the right side again for the next season.
What about Balding, man? What is Balding doing now?
Oh, by the way, Kai, Konate is 6'4".
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah, he's a tall boy.
People said Saliba should start. Konate's not good enough. What?
I think that's Mukiele. I think is quite small. I think he's.
I don't even know anything about Saliba until he made that.
Bro, Konate is an injury-prone player, though. He's another
so can I give you a perspective from someone?
Oh god.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so I did my review this morning.
Why is this thing kicking people out?
I did my review this morning of the comparison of both players, right? You guys hear me clearly, right?
Yeah,
we can hear you.
So I did my review of both players clearly. First thing first, Kanute has a serious injury problem. That is first thing. Secondly, he had only played 8 games this season. Third, he only made 4 starts, scored 1 goal. But when I did my comparison, yes, I know it's 2 different leagues, but Saliba outweighed Kanute in every aspect except one, and that is aerial duels one. Kanute is about 6'4", right? And he has 86% aerial duels one, but every other percentage, William Saliba has defeated him in. And I've covered William Saliba for the longest one. And yes, I've actually hit at William Saliba quite often as well, but I've covered William Saliba, and I think William Saliba is actually ahead of Kanute, and he's also younger. Kanute is really slow. First, he's really slow.
He's mistake ridden.
Who's the
Again,
right
I'm gonna.
No, put Lamptey in the
I'm gonna keep saying
right
this.
back.
What if we do go to Argentina and we get this kid? For
No,
5
no,
million?
let's
No.
put Lamptey in there. Lamptey in there. No, you got.
Forget Lamptey, bro. I want the Argentinian for 5 million.
Can I just say as well, really quick with Konate, every time someone mentions it, I'm going to keep bringing it up. Watch the Liverpool game in the Champions League that they just played and look at the second goal. Konate tries to overhead kick the ball to his keeper, misses it, and then Mane runs and scores. He's not... against Liverpool, you can't be doing stupid stuff like that, like trying to overhead kick the ball. Like, just head the ball. Like, what are you doing?
Out of him, though.
But it was a bit stupid. Like I don't know what he was doing. He just tried to do some like skillful stuff and it just didn't work. A bit like Ceballos when he just passed the ball to Leno when the Benfica scored. It was so similar to that. It was just stupid. But he's made loads of mistakes as well.
So
like watch his Leipzig career.
Forget Lamptey. Why don't we do the Moneyball effect and go get the £5 million Argentinian left back from River Plate? I mean, right back from Liver Plate.
Jesus Christ, man. If you keep buying from River Plate, you're not competing with River Plate, man. Buy some higher level players, man.
See,
River Plate is that
Igal, you've just said let's replace £30 million Bellerin with a £5 million River Plate player.
Can I say
why?
Guys, we're on a budget, man.
Guys, calm down, guys. Didn't I just said it that we need to stop associate the money or the price of players, the price tag with quality. Price tag and quality are two different variances. No one knew that Kieran Tierney would actually turn out to be an $80 million left back or £80 million left back rather than we purchased 26 for him. No one knew that Gabriel Magalhaes would be a $60-70 million centre back, and we purchased him for such 26 million. No,
bro, did you just say 80 million? Did you just say 80 million left back?
Martinelli. Right now, if you should value Martinelli, I can guarantee you it's more than 7 million euros. I can guarantee you that. So stop associating with players, please. If you need to watch these players and get a better understanding of the quality that these players are, rather than you're saying that the Hector Bellerin is 30 million, and if we should find a player in the second tier division of Brazilian League for £2 million, it will not be good enough as the $30 million player.
Yeah, so, but what are the chances that a player from the third division isn't a third division level player?
That is the importance of recruitment. No, this is the difference. So Leicester City went out and get Jamie Vardy. No one knows of Jamie Vardy. No one knows of.
Yeah, but those are rare cases, my man. You can't just rely on those.
No, that is the thing. Okay, so can I give another example? Do you know that most big clubs, they prefer to purchase big players and from the other clubs, right?
Yeah, because it's guaranteed quality.
Good. So what we realize is that where are these clubs getting those players from? It's called astute recruiting. That is something that we need to implement in our team rather than just seeing a big name being called. And because, can I ask you a question? If you should have right now Alexandre Lacazette or Ivan Toney, which one would you take?
Lacazette. Toney.
There's a split. Okay, so you take Lacazette.
No, but I like Lacazette, man. I'm not even an Arsenal fan. I like Lacazette. Just
okay,
me.
so why would you take
Ivan
Lacazette?
Toney is a championship player. That's what some people would say to you.
That is the thing, and that is exactly what I'm talking about. You're associated maybe the division of the player versus the quality of the player.
Bro, what's your name? What's your name? What's your name?
What was that?
Military Gooner.
Military Gooner. Listen, I think a lot of Arsenal fans are slowly losing your standards, man. Those players, the high quality players, the reason the clubs buy them in high quality because they don't want to do a gamble on them.
Okay.
But when you buy from a championship level, the majority of the time you're going to get a championship level players. And Arsenal cannot take that risk because right now we want to go back to the Champions League.
Okay, so can I ask you a question?
Look at Liverpool. They buy from the bottom of the barrel now. They are at the bottom of the barrel, man.
Okay,
when
so
they needed the second strings to actually bail them out.
Let me ask you a question, please. So if you had the option when we purchased Nicolas Pepe, if you had the option to buy Nicolas Pepe or go to a lesser, or who should I use? Well, let me use a smaller club, a Ben Rama, because say you get the idea of a Ben Rama. Nicolas Pepe values 72 million euros or 72 million pound, and a Ben Rama values 15 million pound. Both same age. Our Ben Rama is a little bit lower. Who would you go with?
Pepe is doing better than Ben Rama right now, man. That's a very bad example.
No, remember he's just making a step. He's just making a step to the Premier
No,
League.
say
Right?
use Rafinha.
Use Rafinha. Perfect example. He's a perfect example. Would you take Rafinha over Nicolas Pepe?
Yeah, but Rafinha also played at big clubs before. It's a completely different. It's not a good argument, man.
What I'm trying to highlight is that you are exactly the type of fan who associate price tag with quality.
I don't. I associate quality with the quality of the teams that the players played at.
Okay, so
the reason it's high quality price because it's high quality player most of the time.
I'm going to ask you a question. Okay, so Manchester City left back is Zinchenko, right?
Have you ever seen Man City buy from the Championship?
No, can I ask a question? No, I'm asking a question. Manchester City left back is Zinchenko. No,
okay.
Would you take Zinchenko, or if we would have gone back to Celtic to take Kieran Tierney, who would you take? Zinchenko or Kieran Tierney?
But that's a different conversation because Tierney actually came from the first division because that's the first division.
No, but
that's the best team in Scotland.
Scottish leagues, Kai.
According to what you're saying, Zinchenko is playing for Manchester City, a top-class team in the highest division, and Kieran Tierney would be playing for Celtic in a lower division, also in a good team though, but in a lower division. So you're saying a big team, so naturally it'd be a better it'd be a good player. In accordance to your rule of law,
but the majority
would be a better player.
In the bigger and most of the times, better players play at better teams.
Okay.
Who's gonna have the chance? Who's gonna have better players, Man City or a team like West Brom?
Of course, Manchester City would have
so
better players.
You just answered your own question.
No, but what I'm saying is, does West Ham have good players?
What do you guys think about this team?
No, where's Aubameyang?
Aubameyang's picture doesn't show up, so I just didn't put him in. We're gonna sign a new striker.
Just pretend it's Aubameyang, man. Pretend it was Silva's Obama.
No.
Aubameyang
will be there.
We're gonna sign Silva.
Right?
We're gonna sign Silva.
So put
why?
But Auba's got to be in the starting 11 for next season. So
take out be part of the team no matter what. We know that. These are the players that I'm trying to sign.
What makes you think that we can? I honestly think the striker situation is a little bit of a cat and mouse. Right now. I see Lacazette leaving, but we're not gonna get Silva. Like we're not gonna get someone that's worth that much. They're gonna ask for a lot of money.
Doesn't even have a picture, man. What the hell?
Doesn't matter. They know it's him.
We're gonna sign someone like 30 million-ish. We're not gonna buy someone like
Gooner Express left. What happened to him?
We're not gonna buy someone worth 50
Gooner
million.
Express, what's good?
We're not gonna do it.
Why don't you guys go for Aouar? I still don't understand. I think you need a midfielder.
Yeah, I still see go for Aouar. Replace Odegaard with Aouar. That's like
40 million, man. You're good.
We can't, bro. We can't. We have to be.
What do you mean? Yes, you can. You know that video.
No. You got switch to 4-3-3. Switch to 4-3-3 now for my concept. Actually, I'll put it. What's the name of the website?
1 second. So this is my.
Can I just explain why?
No. Let me finish. Let me explain.
Anyone that comes to the website because I'm gonna do my
Instead of Basuma, who's a cheaper option? A realistic cheaper.
Sorry, how did you become so
pessimistic, bro? PSV.
Bug.
We can't. Aston Villa's not going to sell us two of their best players.
Oh no, but McGinn would be for me cheaper because he's older, and as well they're going to be worrying about obviously Grealish. So if they can sell McGinn to keep Grealish, they'll do it.
Igal, what about the Dutch guy? The one.
Bro, if I was Arsenal, I'd go for Aouar. I would spend everything on Aouar.
This season he's not been doing that well.
No,
he just came off the bench and saved Leon, man.
No, he's a great player. But I'm just saying for 60, 70 million, no, but for 40 million, I'd probably take
but that's what they're asking for him now. Apparently, they're asking for him for like 50.
Oh, Samori,
but it's his agent. His agent wants like 10, 12 million pound, which for an agent that's absurd. Like, I'm never ever giving an agent.
Arsenal, man. You guys are talking like you West Ham, man. You Arsenal.
Okay,
no. Even Messi's agent doesn't demand 10, 12 million. That's too much money. 10, 12 million for an agent alone. That's stupid money. Even Chelsea wouldn't pay 10, 12 million to an agent.
That's why we have issues with Viola.
Bro,
So
we
I'm
need
building my
to be
11 right now.
realistic, man. We need to be realistic. We're
Okay,
not.
no. This is
We're
not a
not gonna do
realistic
it.
team. I'm just putting all the people that we're linked to, that we are actually linked to.
Oh, get
They're-
Mbappe and Haaland in there.
He got.
No. These are the center backs. These are the center backs that we're linked to, right? We're linked to Ibrahim Konate.
Yep.
Oh, look at this players. What happened to Arsenal that I grew up on, man?
Get the bloke from Club Brugge in there. I forgot his name. It's like
Dennis.
His name
Club
anymore.
Brugge?
No, it's a centre back.
No.
No, there's
What's
a
the
centre back.
Sevilla
that we're
guy?
linked to.
What's the guy from Sevilla's name?
Kunde.
Kunde.
That brother's 5'11" and he's going to be 70 million quid. I'm all right. Not for a 5'11" player.
Samuel, did you watch the Invincibles growing up?
No, of course not. Well, how's I in the crib?
How do you spell Kunde? What the
I wonder you're okay with this unknown players, man.
Kounde. Kounde.
Like, I'm okay.
Easy, man.
Look, I'm playing my 11 right now. What I want.
Can I ask a question?
Oh, if Chelsea were linked with any of those players, I'd go into Suicide Squad, Suicide Watch, man. I swear to God.
Bro, chill.
What do you guys think when you
Bro, Chelsea, they're mad. You need to sort out Havertz, bro. Sort that guy out.
He doesn't even play, man. I love Havertz. He doesn't play.
Look here, we Arsenal, we in a different situation to Chelsea. If you are an Arsenal fan, you will understand it. Like, it's really hard to explain that we.
Sorry. Can you give me your address, bro? I want to order you a pizza, man. Every time you're sad, you're in a bad mood, I want to make your day, man.
No, it's the realistic. You have to be realistic.
Yeah,
Arsenal,
Kai, this is Arsenal fans, man. This is Arsenal fans.
No, you got once you dominate 11, I'll give you mine. Okay, just finish your one up.
Oh, can I just say one quick thing as well? The under 23s just bottled a 2-0 lead to Southampton.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who played?
Wait. Muller scored a penalty. Taylor Hart scored, and then we conceded twice late on. So our under 23s are just. Our under 23s, no. I don't know. I think you might have done, but our under 23s are just like Arsenal. Bottle a 2-0 lead. Love it. Mate, we're growing Arsenal players like perfect. It's just pathetic.
So this is what I believe is. I think the formation should be. This is what I want. Leno in goal. Saliba, Gabrieltini, Lamptey. Bissouma, Partey, and Aouar midfield. With Pepe on the left, Saka Aubameyang up front. This is what we have.
That's a good
I
one.
want Aouar Chelsea, man. I want Aouar, man.
Bro, that squad is a top 4 challenging team, and if we don't get top 4 with that squad, whoever the manager is gets sacked.
Yeah, military. What's good?
Is Aouar better than Buendia?
I think he is.
Yes, he's one of the best midfielders in Europe, man.
What did you use to do the comparison? What exactly?
Okay, so the thing is, Buendia's at Norwich, Aouar's at Lyon.
Okay.
That's it. That's all you need. That's all you need.
City.
Aouar, what? Did Lyon get semi-final last year in the Champions League?
And
Buendia got relegated to the Championship while Aouar was in the semi-final of the Champions League.
Okay.
And he was man of the match against City as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so
someone said, "What the hell? What the f? What kind of question is that, military Gunner? What was your point?"
So let me run. I'm going to run through this season statistics, just this season, right? So appearances for Aouar, 23 appearances. He scored 5 goals and have 3 assists, right? 1 red card, typical year. Now for Buendia, he has 28 appearances, 10 goals, 12 assists.
Quick goal? No.
Yo, guys,
people need to stop. People need to stop the GA, man. Goal and assists don't matter.
Okay, so
everything.
Yo, guys, 1 second.
Who's Alfred? I can't see.
1 second. I haven't spoken to Alfred in a long time. Alfred is the same guy who came on here and said in the transfer window in January that we still have a chance to get top 4.
I know,
Alfred,
man.
do you still feel the same way, bro?
Alfred, you're right, man. You need a hug,
man. Listen, man. You know the issue, man. Arsenal is crazy, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. Arsenal will just crush your dream, just like that, just crush you from the top straight down. But yeah, though, I forgot about that. I'm not gonna. I forgot about that. Yeah, but like, one of the main reasons why I even come up here, I just wanted to say, like, because I see you guys building the lineup. I was thinking about the striker, like the ideal replacement for Lacazette should be Patson Daka. Like I'm not really in the Edwards thing, because I just believe that Edward and Oba have
Samuel, put your share your screen again.
the board I like.
All right.
So you said Daka is the perfect replacement for Lacazette.
For Lacazette, yeah, because for a couple reasons, I think he's strong. Like he's basically to become like our own Drogba. You understand? I'm trying to say
Jesus
strong,
Christ, man.
fast, like huge. You know what I'm saying? But whereas if you put in Edward's basically like Oba. Like they the same from the wing outside coming in. So I don't think it makes sense to put in other striker, everyone like the Silva, because like the Silva is skilled, but I don't think he's that strong in the Premier League. I just think Daka could be like the ideal replacement for Lacazette.
Who's Silva? Because I don't know like which Silva.
The Frankfurt striker.
That guy,
Silva.
bro. I'd rather have Luka Jovic. That guy's scoring goals more than he is, and he's literally on loan. Like, nah, Andre Silva's dead. No, thank you.
So I'm making another 11 as well, another concept. You guys have it.
Okay, so Alfred wanted. Alfred, you just came in just to say Patson Daka because he's underrated.
Yeah, I think like I said, I think he's extremely good. He's good on the ball, and he wants to space. I just believe that he's like a better version of. I'm not trying to disrespect Lacazette, but I just think he's a better version of Lacazette. And like
that's another person who agrees with you, military, that we should look at these players that are outside in smaller leagues and stuff.
Yeah, he's the better version of Lacazette. He's like Drogba. He's like our own Drogba. Like you could be Arsenal Drogba. I'm telling you, the guy is strong and he's young too.
Right now, I'm looking at the
Put Daka in there, Samuel. Put Daka in there.
I'm looking
Sorry,
at
So who should I remove, Aubameyang or Daka? Or who should I remove? Aubameyang.
Remove Aubameyang, put Daka.
Okay.
Continue, military. What were you saying?
I'm looking at the comprehensive statistics between Aouar and Buendia, their career statistics. And as I'm telling you guys, Buendia has far better statistics than Aouar. Far better.
In the championship, though.
You want me to give Aouar a brief overview? You want me to give a brief overview?
Oh.
So Aouar has played a total of 172 games, have 33 assists, 33 goals and 31 assists. So in 172 games overall,
how many Champions League games does he have? How many Champions League games does he have?
The championship, man.
How many Champions League?
I'm gonna get those
He's a scout, man.
How many Champions League? How many Europa League appearances does he have?
How many against actual teams?
10.
10.
Right, so
How many Champions League?
He played 15 Champions League games, 1 goal.
With Buendia? Who did he play Champions League for?
Yo, somebody had something playing in the background. What is that?
This is me.
He didn't play in the Champions League.
Oh, man.
But listen. I understand what you guys are saying. Remember now that Buendia came into the Premier League as well, right? And the Premier League is definitely a high-level competition. Just the same. So you cannot write these off. Buendia has a goal contribution.
I'm trying to share the other one.
Oh, my.
86.
Military good. You're a nice guy. You seem like a nice guy, man, but I massively disagree with you.
So how do you guys feel about this one, the other one I created? This one.
You can disagree with me, but you can't disagree with the stats.
Bro, get Silver out of that team, man.
This is a concept.
Wait, no. So someone said in the comments that he has 18 goals in the Bundesliga. Can I just make a quick point? I see on Twitter, everybody says the Bundesliga is a rubbish league. It's not that good. The French league is better. Yet some people want to then say he has 18 goals in the Bundesliga. Which one is it? Is the Bundesliga crap so the 18 goals doesn't matter? Or is the Bundesliga good and the 18 goals mean something? Because I don't get this hypocrisy. Like, if the Bundesliga is rubbish, 18 goals isn't good, right? So what? I don't get it.
You know what you do, Samuel? Put a combined 11 of all the players Arsenal should sell in each position.
Shouldn't Samuel be in school now? Samuel, did you guys finish school? Samuel, you finish school, man.
I don't have school.
Working towards your education.
Oh, Alfred, peace out, Alfred. Big up to Alfred for coming on.
So what do you want me to do in that combined 11?
Put the combined 11 of all the players Arsenal should sell from midfield, striker, every position. So put Guendouzi, Torreira, left back, probably just put a bunch of players in there. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna find in the championship, in comparison to League 1, do you guys really think it's even you can compare those two leagues?
No.
When it comes to skill level.
No,
that's ridiculous.
I think
Really?
yeah. I
No.
think that the championship. I think the top of
No.
the championship.
No. The French. No, everybody says the French league's a farmers' league. I can confirm it isn't. Right? You actually watch the French league. There's so many good players that have come from the French league that have done bits in Europe. How many good players? How many good players have came from the Championship and have won a Champions League? Not many. Whereas the French league, there's loads.
Bro, that's just ridiculous to say that, because there's loads of championship players that made a career. If in football, it's about making a career of yourself. In Champions League, it's just another goal. You have to make a career first.
No, but that's the pinnacle. That's the pinnacle.
Made a good career.
That's the pinnacle of your career.
Championship is way more. There's way more players that actually.
Okay, guys, look at this. Can you see it? Is it clear, or should I zoom in?
PSG,
One second,
Marseille, Lyon, they dominate the
championship. Bro, the championship, all of us, give us some football boots. We'll at least finish 5th, man. That league is dead, man.
Okay. The championship is competitive, but it's not a good league.
It's competitive because if everyone in the league are crap and they're competitive against each other.
His minutes. Look,
exactly.
He's played more minutes than him. He's played 9 more games than him. He has 10 goals, 10 assists. Where my man has 5 goals, 3 assists. Right. When it comes to his shots per game,
they play different positions.
You do finance, don't you? Imagine stats without context, man. You get fired.
Okay,
that's context and stats, man.
I don't want Aouar, but I'm still saying it's better than
Bondia. Last year in the Premier League versus his stats last year in the league.
Yeah,
I could do his stats last year in the Premier League.
I've done that 11 that we should let me share my
One second. I'm just gonna finish this and then we're gonna do that. So where's the Premier League? Do
Champions League. Do against each other in the Champions League.
Why is it?
Yeah, Buendia doesn't register for that.
Last year, Buendia was at Norwich, and Norwich were in the Premier League, so we can do it that way.
Where is he now?
Where's Norwich? No, it's not about where he is now. It's about where he was.
No, I'm genuinely interested. Where is he now, man?
He's in the champion. He was in the championship this year, but he was in the Premier League last year, and his statistics from last.
You know the saying, from ashes to ashes, man.
You said you can't compare this season.
Wait, just compare last season. Yeah,
I'm comparing last season stats.
Okay. If Aouar said I want to come to the Premier League to Arsenal, you would be like, we'd be like, who's this guy? Who's this Benadia, man? I've never heard that he existed.
No, but we're just looking at the stats. Look,
yes, who would you choose? Who would you choose for Arsenal, man?
Personally, I think Benadia has a higher ceiling. That's just me saying. Give him a bigger platform.
Wait. You just said that, right? So my question is, both Real Madrid and Juventus are both very interested in Aouar, yet neither probably even know who Buendia is. So for me, when it comes to potential and ceiling,
I don't know who he is, man.
The two of the best teams in world football history, in Juventus and Real Madrid, who have created players. But those two teams have created players that have been rubbish and they've made them the best in the world. They want Aouar because they think he has something.
Let me ask you this. One of the best players in world football in the Premier League history, Roy Keane. His team got relegated. Just because his team got relegated and he went to Manchester United, he was given a bigger platform, which ended up making him a Premier League legend. Went on to win.
You want to give him a platform?
So I don't even know how you can compare these players. Seriously,
no, I'm just comparing the situation. He's in a relegated spot. Madison came from that same team, and Madison is now one of the best.
Trent Arnold.
Alexander Arnold's not a good. He's not a good right back. He's not a good right back.
He won the Champions League and the Premier League, right?
Alexander Arnold's not a good right back.
What about Robertson?
He won the Premier League and the Champions League, right?
Yeah, but he wasn't a championship player. Yeah, but Alexander Arnold wasn't a championship player. He was an academy player.
No, my point is, we need to stop looking. We need to stop doing this. We need to stop doing this.
It's so bad. We can make a whole 11 out of players that should go.
With all due respect, if you keep that mentality, Arsenal will stay in the 8th and 10th position. We need to look at higher level players, man.
Yeah, exactly.
From higher level.
At the end of the day,
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Mason Mount came from the freaking championship. He's your best player this season.
He was on loan.
No, he didn't. He was on loan.
He's not our best player.
But he was on loan.
The loan is different.
before you
But
go,
he's came from our academy, man.
Can I
say something?
Let's just move on. Let's just move on.
Okay.
Samuel is sneaky, man, because Samuel would love Aouar, man. He's just like, Kai, let him finish. And in reality, he's like, nah, man, give me Aouar, man.
Okay.
Military Gunner, go ahead. What are you gonna say?
Yes, Mason Mount came from Chelsea Academy, but he was in the championship playing. We cannot.
No, but he developed most of his game in Vitesse, though. What about Vitesse? He spent 2 years in Vitesse.
Finish.
I'm going to say something, right?
Yeah, Abdul, peace out, bro.
Mason Mount was playing in a lesser team than what Kai Havertz and Timo Werner was playing. Kai Havertz and Timo Werner was in Champions League, scoring goals in Champions League. And right now, Mason Mount, you cannot compare Kai Havertz nor Timo Werner.
Guys, do me a favor.
He played in the same team for 2 years now, though.
Do me a favor. Every single one of you guys, I need you guys to like the video because I only have 23 likes somehow, and we've been live for an hour and 46 minutes.
Hey, can I just say real quickly in the comments, Dizzy, what you said about you swear lol's my burner account. No, it isn't. Because
I don't know what you're saying, but I think you're assigning logic to fit your agenda, in which I think that you're looking for the real. Okay, so my question to you.
What about Shaqiri?
Bro,
he was relegated.
A better player than Kai Havertz?
Shaqiri's rubbish, bro.
For me, he isn't. He's in better form than Kai Havertz.
He's on better form. So Mason
He's in better form.
On this form since the beginning of the season.
Yeah, but Kai Havertz barely played. Let's look at their goals and assists in the last 3 seasons. Let's compare them.
No. Remember there.
What do you mean? No. You compare players from the championship to players in the Champions League.
Let me test.
So your logic is flawed, my man.
In the world of football, right? In the world of football. Okay, so we're going to chat about David Luiz. I said David Luiz won Champions League and Premier League 10 years ago, and that means that he's better than.
It got stressed.
No, that football is about going forward in the present. So you cannot compare 3 seasons ago. No, you can't do that. You can't.
Bro, it's not even about that. It's not. Can I answer him, guy? He's yapping really fast.
Wait,
Who are the team with Premier Leagues?
Listen, you're not going to change Kai's opinion on anything.
Listen. No, you gotta let me comment, man. Let me comment. Who was in the team in the last 10 years who won the Premier League? The most.
What was that?
Man City?
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
No,
Man City.
Yeah, who's the team who won the Premier League the most?
Chelsea.
Chelsea and City, right?
No,
where do they buy the players? Do they buy them from the do they buy the players from the Championship and hope that they go up?
Okay, so
no.
Same thing with Bayern Munich in Germany. Same thing with let me finish, bro. Let me finish. Calm down. Who's the team that wins the most in Serie A? Juventus.
Who's what?
Juventus developed their own little charity case academy. Those are the players those are the teams who win Premier Leagues. You should aspire for Arsenal to be in that conversation, not for them to be like Spurs and all those teams trying to build players from the Championship. We should aspire to win Premier Leagues, not open a Southampton academy, man.
Listen to what he said.
That is my opinion. That's how I see Arsenal, because that's what I grew up watching.
Okay,
I'm saying that recruitment any given day is better than attached price tag. Listen to this. When Chelsea right now, the best midfielder Chelsea has purchased in a long time.
Man.
Listen to me. Has been N'Golo Kante. He's one of their best purchases in years. N'Golo Kante. But listen to this. N'Golo Kante is coming from Leicester City, right? He won the league with Leicester City. But before Leicester City, where is N'Golo Kante?
He cut it off. I can't.
No, and he can hear him. Where's
N'Golo Kante coming from? Before he joined Leicester City.
It's Remy or something.
Why did N'Golo Kante came from Leicester City to Chelsea? Because he was proven already. That's why he made it to Chelsea, man. But not every player who comes from the first, from the second, third division is a good player. Man.
His point stands.
Yeah, but how many gyms are you gonna find in those leagues, man? There's a reason they play in those leagues.
Bro, listen.
There's a reason. I just state you the facts.
We go one at a time, okay? My head can't take this.
Barcelona and Bayern Munich won Max Aarons. and he's from the championship.
Yeah, exactly. See, Military Gunner's got a point there. Okay.
But how many players do they get from the championship? One or two, rare. I'm talking the majority of the time. If you want a quality player, you have to pay a quality price for them. Not find those gems.
That's a bad example. Where did Maguire come from?
Where did Alphonso Davies come from?
Norbury as well.
From Canada, but he came from the first division as well. Bro, if you want Arsenal to be
an elite league,
let me finish. All of you're three-waying me, man. Let me finish. Let me finish my point. Right? Let me finish my point. You gonna let me finish my point? All right.
Go ahead.
The reality is, I'm sure most of the Arsenal fans in the chat, I know you hate me because I'm a Chelsea fan, but I don't give a fuck, man. Most of you want to be, at least that's the Arsenal I grew up, the one who's fighting with Chelsea and United for titles, right? That's the Arsenal I grew up with. I think, Samuel, you don't know because you didn't grow up in that era, man. You grew up in
but we were challenging during my early years.
Anyway, so the majority of those people want to see Arsenal back where they belong. And if you're gonna want to have Arsenal back where they belong, you need to get players from quality level or better level team in order for you to reach that level. You're gonna be very, very lucky to find those players in the championship or in lower division teams. You're gonna be very, very lucky.
Iga, can I respond to that?
Yeah,
the thing is, with Arsenal, we do not have the spending power of Chelsea or City. Let me
you don't need
no, we
that
just
much.
did a whole.
Let me finish.
No, wait, before we go. No, we did 2 hours. Let me go first. We just did 2 hours where we sold players for £150 million.
Iga,
150 million pounds.
Samuel, you live in a land of delusion, yeah? We're not selling all of these players. Most of them are staying.
No!
I'm gonna order my pizza, man. My guy is sad as hell, man. You need a nice pizza, man, with some extra cheese.
We could go for
You like stuffed crust?
Deluded Samuel with his
How is this deluded? Mikel Arteta said this up. Bellerin is so many reports. Bellerin's gonna go. Bellerin's gonna go. Lacazette's gonna go. Bro, be real. Reduzi's gone. You're blind. Reduzi's gone.
Daniel, show us your list.
He's gone, bro. Reduzi's gone. Okay, I'll give my list.
Jesus, man.
Bro, there's 11 players.
No.
Bro, wake up. 11 players ain't leaving, bro.
They're going. Wake up, they're going, bro. They're going.
Guys. One at a time.
I got my list here. I got my list. Okay, so how here it is. 20 million for Bellerin, 25 million for Lacazette, 8 million for Elneny, 8 million for Elneny, 15 million for Nketiah, 14 million for Willick, 6 million for Chambers, 20 million for Maitland-Niles, 20 million for Torreira, 25 million for Guendouzi. What does that total to? 159 million pounds, bro. So we've got 80 million. We've got wait. Before we go, we've got 80 million pounds to spend in the summer, or 50 million. So that totals to around 209 million pounds to spend this summer. Okay. So what do you mean? Oh no, this and that.
Okay.
We can get rid of players. Look how much dead we got rid of in the last January transfer window. We can get rid of these players.
Wait.
Okay, so
are you gonna let me finish? Are you
gonna
go ahead? I'll let you finish. Yeah. Don't cut me through. Yeah. Don't dare you cut.
It's your time, bro.
All of the players that we got rid of in January, we got rid of for free. So don't come starting with that. Next year, the amount of players that you said they want to leave are 11. No way in God's green earth here are Arsenal getting rid of 11 players. The most of we getting rid of is about 5.
Guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. So I'll let you guys go.
Okay. So listen. Before you go. Okay, let's see. Bellerin's gonna go. Let's be the real ones. 20 million for Bellerin, 25 million Lacazette, 45 million. So 50 million for Nketiah, 60 million. The real ones. 20 million for Torreira, 80 million, and then 25 million for Guendouzi. There's 105 million for the 5 players that are gonna go. 105 million pound of sales, 80 million pound transfer budget, 185 million pound to spend in the summer.
Whatever we sell is gonna be our budget. They are not gonna give us an extra budget. Even if we left some money for the last summer, we probably did leave some money. I believe we left some money, but it's not going to be the amount that you believe. I believe that we're not going to spend more than 100 million. We never did it. We probably won't do it. So most likely, we have a budget already.
I'm going to wrap up from here.
The budget will be like 100 million.
I'm going to wrap up from here. Unfortunately, I have to go do some stuff today. But yeah, big up to everybody. This has been a great conversation. We talked about a lot of things. At the end of the day, this is what we've come up with. Oh, Sahal's gone. Where'd he go? Sahal, why did you leave? Okay, so this is the moral of the story. We're not Chelsea. We're not Liverpool. We're not Aston Villa. We need to come up with our own model. Okay. When it comes down to buying players, recruitment or no recruitment, should we be shopping in the Championship? If it means we can find a top quality player, maybe. Should we be shopping in places where, like Argentina, in the first, third division for Martinelli? Maybe we need more Martinellis in this team. But you know what? You need a balance. You still need to get top quality players from Europe, and you still need to shop at Tesco sometimes. So we need to do a little bit of
not
both.
Tesco, Lidl, bro, Lidl.
Little whatever you as the whatever. What's the other one? Waitrose.
Audi.
Sometimes here you go. Let's do it. But yeah, long story short, if Arsenal have a plan to get 6 players out this 6 transfers done this window, and the plan is to get rid of 4 to 5 players, get in 3 to 4 players, and increase the whole level of quality in the squad, we need to do this consistently window after window. We can't just do it one window expecting it to get better. And for things to get better, sometimes you need to take step backs. Today, we can only do what we can do by improving the squad and getting rid of the shit players that we have. And hey, I'll have to give it to HJ90 and Gooner Express. I asked the question, losing these players, are we going to be losing some valuable pieces to the puzzle? But hey, if we replace 4 players with 2, and those 2 players are quality, who cares about the 4 players that we lost? Who cares, right? And I'm out of here, ladies and gentlemen. We're out of here.
Yeah.
And you know what? The total stories for today, are we going to get Houssam Marwa? The answer is no. Is Edu and Arteta looking at doing 6 deals? Yes. Is it going to happen? Maybe. Osman Edwards, he's going to Leicester. Forget about him. It's not happening. The Virgil van Dijk of center backs coming to Arsenal.
Who's
we already
that?
have Saliba. We already have Saliba.
What, the Mbappe of center backs in that?
Yeah, so we're at the Mbappe center back, so we don't need the Virgil van Dijk. The next thing, 25 million outcast in Guendouzi. He's out the door, so forget about him.
Yeah.
He's not coming back. He's played his last game for Arsenal. And when it comes to injuries, Emil Smith-Rowe is injured. Lacazette holding. The updates on their injuries is on the Arsenal website if you haven't already checked it out. Most likely, Elneny and Lacazette will be available. And it looks like Smith-Rowe might miss another game just for precautionary reasons. But hey, this is why we signed Odegaard. And people said, why did we sign Odegaard? This is why. Anyways, we're out of here, people. Appreciate everybody watching. If you haven't already liked the video, like the video. Big up to Military Gooner, everyone who's come on, my guy, Sahal, Gooner Express, HJ90, Kai, everybody. Big up to everybody. Samuel's here. Kirsten's here. Big up to you guys. We're out of here. Have a good night. And you know what, guys? Go check out The Terrace and check us out tonight also on, on Fraud Watch. It's going to be at 10 o'clock.